I think all parents would agree that sometimes if you're just going for a walk around the neighborhood or heading over to the park, you don't always need to bring your big stroller. Sometimes you want a stroller alternative, especially once your babies become toddlers and they want to have a little fun on the ride. So today, I'm going to show you a few of my favorite stroller alternatives that were such a hit with my kids when they were toddlers. They're actually at school right now, but I have my little friend Tallulah here today to take a ride.
Hi.
First up, the red wagon is a classic for a reason. I would put my kids in there all the time if we were just strolling around the neighborhood. On Sunday mornings when we were going to the farmer's market, I would put my toddler in there with a blanket, a couple toys, and it was also a great spot to keep my fruits and veggies while we were there. For safety reasons, you want to make sure that your toddler is old enough to sit up safely and comfortably on their own. This is not for babies, but toddlers love the wagon. Next up, the buggy. The buggy is this little plastic car with a big handle on the back so you can push your toddler. We live in a cul-de-sac, and I cannot tell you how much time we spent walking our kids back and forth from one side of the cul-de-sac to the other in that little car. What toddler doesn't love to hang out in their own car? They would wave to neighbors as they walked down the street and pretend to honk the horn and drive the steering wheel. They just always had a blast in that thing. We really got our money's worth from the buggy. Next up, the balance bike. Honestly, I cannot recommend the balance bike strongly enough. It's this tiny little bike that has no pedals. So the toddler sits on it and they scoot along by pushing with their feet. When they feel comfortable and balanced enough, they can lift their feet up. It teaches them balance. So the great part about it is that then they can move straight up to a bike without ever needing training wheels. And in the meantime, it's just such a fun way for them to zip around the neighborhood. It's a great stroller alternative. And finally, an umbrella stroller. These have obviously been around forever, and I realize it's not an actual alternative to a stroller, but it is an alternative to a larger, heavier stroller that most of us use for every day. They weigh nothing, so if you're just running into a store for 10 minutes or so, you can take it out of the back, pop it right open, place your toddler in there, and you can just get around quickly and easily, no fuss.
Oh, ready?
So that's it. Those are some of my favorite stroller alternatives that worked so well for me as a parent. So if you're looking for some fun ways to get around with your toddler, you should definitely try them out.